together as a kingdom nation whom God can use.
And I'll keep on pushing for the building of our nation. I love the Philippines.
Mula sa 15 miyembro, ngayon, milyon-milyon na ang mga tagasunod ni Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy sa buong mundo.
A nation's success, including the kingdom nation, and prosperity is tied to its obedience to God and recognition of His laws and ordinances which are written in His Word.
At hindi lang ang Pilipinas ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, dahil establisado na rin sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo ang malawak na ministeryo ni Pastor Apollo, ang hubugin at palaguin ng espiritual na buhay na sangkatauhan ayon sa kalooban ng Diyos, ang pangunahin at pinakasentro ng ministeryo ng butihing pastor. Pero dahil sa tindi ng impluwensya niya, dahil sa lawak ng naaabot ng kanyang tinig, maging ang mga leader sa lipunan, siya na rin ang gustong pakinggan. Gagawin nila ang lahat. Makadaupang palad lang ang respetadong si Pastor Apollo.
Rizal laid his life for us, for the Filipino. Jesus Christ laid his life for salvation. Those are the kind of leaders we want.
As a Filipino citizen living in the Philippines, I have to be very active in enlightening our people about the maladies and the vagaries of this political life that we have in the Philippines.
Leaders should not be a terror to good conduct and should protect its citizens by instituting systems of fairness and equality. It's happening today, di ba? There are leaders who justifies the wicked and they condemn the just. Kaya marami ang nangyayari ngayong hindi maganda kasi ang hustisya ay hindi nagaganap. So, bilang leaders, kailangan matuwid ang iyong paningin.
Naniniwala si Pastor Apollo na kung mabuti ang mga leader ng bayan, ay kaya nitong ihatid sa tamang landas, sa tuwid na daan, ang bagong henerasyon ng mga Pilipino.
Public office is a public trust, means that a leader has been entrusted with public power by the people, and as an officer, he holds this power in trust to be used only for the benefit of the people and never for the benefit of himself or of a few. He must safeguard the interest of the nation.
Ang daan-daang taong pagkakagapos sa impluwensya ng kolonyalismo ang isa anya sa mga dahilan kung bakit tila nakakublipat di halos maipahiwatig ng iba ang pagmamahal nila sa Pilipinas. Ang tuluyang wakasan ng higit 50 taong panghahasik ng dahas ng CPP-NPA-NDF, ang isa sa mga minimithi ni Pastor Apollo.
The Philippines can only be united when the people will realize that we have a country of our own, stand on our own, and be patriotic and loyal to our own. So there are points of division in democracy, like dialogues and everything. But what is inviolable is our love for country. When it comes for love of our country and sovereignty, we should all be one. There should be no division because we are all Filipinos. Pagdating dyan sa pag-ibig sa ating bansa, sa pagtayo sa ating bansa, huwag natin ipahiya si Jose Rizal, sila Bonifacio. Namatay sila nang dahil tayo ay magkaroon ng sariling soberenya. Pagdating dyan, huwag dapat tayong hawakan o pakialaman ng iba. Tumayo tayo sa sarili natin. Katapos mahalin ang bansa. Kung ano yung kabubuti ng bansa, mag-contribute tayo.
Whatever is it that ails our country, like the CPP-NP, NDF, that is a blockade of our development, we are trying to push that away from us. And we have dedicated ourselves to really eradicate that through information media war that we are doing to inform our public. But I'll continue to support our country by promoting the good
and trying to enlighten our people about, intelligent democracy. That is the aim of being a Filipino. First of all, you must know why you are a Filipino and who is a Filipino and what is the Filipinos for. For our country. We have no plan B country. This is the only country we have. So, we have to build our own.
Bagay na isinusulong rin ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Matalik na magkaibigan sina Pastor Apollo at dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kahit nung nagsimula pa lang ang ministeryo ni Pastor Apollo at may mangilang-ilang miyembro pa lang ay malapit na sila sa isa't isa. Sa katunayan, ang pagkakaluklok ni Duterte bilang ika-16 na Pangulo ng Pilipinas ay resulta ng tinatawag na divine intervention na ipahayag ng Diyos kay Pastor Apollo na naging presidente ito ng bansa.
I told him about this revelation that came to me. I said, Mayor, what is this revelation of mine God gave me that you invited me to Malacanang, and when I went there, we are going to play golf. You're not the mayor anymore. You are the president of the country, surrounded by generals. We saw him rise from the bundaks of the province, what the Manilans called the province of Davao, who to them is just like a barangay, rose from nothing as of no political machinery, no leaders of the country, just a mayor, rise up from where he was to become the president of our country, and that he made this country great again.
Si Pastor, kaya mo nakilala yan. Tignan mo how yung journey ni Pastor from Kapilya. Siguro mga situensya niya noon, mag-abot siguro nang makita ko palagi, magpunta ako. 12, 13, 14.
15,
Tapos magsinyas lang ako, kita ko si Pastor. Por respeto, magbaw ako. Hindi pa in-acknowledge ni Pastor, magtanong yung NPA, anong ginagawa mo dito? Sabi ko, magbisita ako sa appointed son of God.
There is always divine intervention. President Duterte, while mayor, already from heaven, there was an orchestration for him to become the president of the country even 18 years before he became president. It was revealed to me. That was a divine intervention, so that this country may come up and impose law and order against drugs, against corruption, and against this anaconda that is taking the breath out of us, which is the CPP, NPA, NDF.
I, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, do solemnly swear to the service of the nation. So help me God.
Dahil malapit sina Pastor Apollo at dating Pangulong Duterte, di nakataka-taka kung iisang landas ang gugustuhin nilang tahakin ng Pilipinas. Di nakataka-taka kung magkakapareho sila ng prinsipyong ipinaglalaban at yun ay ang protektahan ng kapakanan ng bawat Pilipino at itaguyod ang interes ng Pilipinas.
Mayor, it is, I think, an understatement if I say the achievement you have done in your presidency for these 6 years that you were in office. The build, hindi na siguro pantayan yan. Yung modernization of the armed forces, pagpapataas ng sweldo ng kapulisan, ng military, ng nurses, ng mga teachers, universal health care law, yung sa mga teachers, at yung license natin, driver's license at passport, naging 10 years. Free tuition, and many, many more. For me, and for many other people I've talked to, you are a Philippine hero.
Sa paglipas ng taon, mabilis na lumikha ng ingay ang pangalan ni Pastor Apollo. Dumating ang panahong dinarayo na ng mga lider ng gobyerno ang putihing pastor. Bakas sa bawat isa ang kagustuhang mapalapit sa kanya dahil na din sa impluensyang dala nito.
Question to answer.
Maraming salamat po, Pastor Quiboloy. Maraming salamat sa SMNI.
Maraming salamat po sa pag-bless niyo po sa akin.
Kung paanong nangangaral ng walang takot si Pastor Apollo ay siya ring tapang niyang magbigay ng kanyang opinyon patungkol sa iba't ibang isyong kinakaharap ng bansa. At sa kabila ng mga kritisismo at kontrobersiyang hinaharap ito, hindi ito natinag sa paghatid ng katotohanan.
Pag tayo tumaya, walang atrasan yan. Mamatay, mabuhay, yumaman o maging pobre, sirain o parangalan, wala na sa akin yun. Alang ako'y sirain ng sirain, wala namang epekto sa akin yun. Basta wag lang masira ang bansang Pilipinas at wag lang masira ang kinabukasan ng ating bansang ito na mahal natin. Nagpepestahan ng iba't ibang mga interes ng ibang mga bansa. Tulad nitong mga banyagang nariritong gustong umawak pa rin sa atin.
Pilipinas ang pinag-uusapan, bansa ko, lupa ko. Ano ako? Lilitawan ko si Rizal at Bonifacio sa akin. Dugo ng mandirigmaya. Lupa ko ito eh. Dito ako pinanganak, dito ako lupang sila. Loyal ako from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ang lupang yan, ipagtatanggol ko yan.
Tunay na kalayaan at pagpapalaganap ng katotohanan. Yan ang prinsipyo na ipinaglalaban ni Pastor Apollo bilang isang tunay na Pilipino. Naniniwala si Pastor Apollo na mayroong mga leader na itinilaga ang Diyos para sa ating bayan. Pero ang susi sa pagkakaisa at katagumpayan ay ang pagtayo sa tama. Kanakip ang pagmamahal ay pinagkaloob ng Diyos na pinakamakapangyarihan sa lahat.
You have to have a cause, a rightful cause, a noble cause. And to become a good leader, you have to have a good cause. Not yourself. True leaders are selfless. They're not selfish. They are selfless for that cause that will profit everyone, that will benefit the humanity as a whole. They can contribute good as a whole in the environment, in the economics, in the spiritual first of all, and in good relationships with the communities around them. Oh, ganun ang mission natin sa lupang ito.